Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, where last time we reconquered Dresden again, and this time, guess we can't really see the blood out there, but it's now a demon headquarters, so that's fun. Yeah, we have gone full demon now, and we're actually gonna see here, if we hide our headgear. Oh damn. I'm kind of hot looking. Look at that. Those purple eyes. Got what my face looked like, to be honest. We were in a helmet for so long.
Let's move already.
Oh yeah, man.
No one stands
Good looking
in
guy,
my
Manorak
way.
is. Alright, couple of things. Just in case you aren't watching the videos all the way through or anything and you're curious about what might have happened. I did end up going back and getting the lexicon, second part of the lexicon. We also saved Hilor, which is something we missed when we were clearing out Dresden. So those quests are not failed and they are done now. So let's go ahead and take a look at our quests now. We've got a lot of quests. Holy crap. Why do we have so many quests? Jesus. Okay. So we got the Secrets of Creation still. That's fine. We still have the Midnight Isles to do. Oh no, this is the Midnight Isles, but Traces of Shadow. Wait. Okay, yeah. Hiller will be able to extract useful information from it. From it? As much as the Pathfinder Society. Yeah, we gotta talk to Hiller. Oh, here it is. Give the dyer to him. We got Crusade of Fire. We gotta find Mutasafin, who's going to the Shrine of Pelura, and we know where that is, or I know where that is. So we'll be able to do that pretty easily. A large demon force is on the move near a drained lake in the heart of the World Rune. Okay. We've got to find Captain Selkind, who left. Okay. We have to find the entrance to the Ineluctable Prison. This is where the Hand of the Inheritor is being held. We gotta talk to Hilor. Weird that we have 2 quests for that. I don't know. We have the Heart of the Fallen Land. Finding Queen Galfrey, so she's in Eyes. Dawn of Dragons, we gotta go back to the Dragon Burial Ground, and we gotta help Journeau and Chili Creek. Okay. Mythic quests, we have to go to Lucianira with Yaz. Okay. We still have to solve all the puzzles. We have to deal with the Bladesmith. We have to visit the Hell Knight outpost for Regil. And we have to bring Darren to his trap. We also have to get all the stats up. Okay. Got a lot to do. A whole bunch to do.
I'm losing my temper.
And, yeah. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Crusader map here, because all of the areas should be unlocked now. So we can go on the charge here with my pretty invincible army that we have crafted. After being at war with demons for a century, Mindev is accustomed to regular blah 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 blah. Yeah, we've seen that before. Report. A rough-looking pathfinder with an inconspicuous face appears out of nowhere. He raises his hands, indicating that he comes in peace. As he hands you a letter. Commander, I request an urgent meeting. My situation is desperate. Only your intervention can save my daughter and me. You can find me in the usual place. Since a disability prevents me from coming to you, I'm counting on you. Hither. Okay. Hawkblade. Yeah, he wanted to talk to me about Darren. Gotcha. Alright, we got a stash. A group of soldiers who were following the trail of a demon they had defeated discovered piles of treasure in the cave where it had made its lair. But it appears that the demon was afraid of thieves and put horrible curses on every last coin, so they are dangerous to touch. The warriors are not sure what to do with this questionable treasure hoard. Send it to Nerisian to be destroyed. Remove the curse. Collapse the cave entrance. Give the treasure to the enemies of the Crusade. Yep. The Crusade has enough detractors, but due to Darren's efforts, it now has fewer. By sending the spoils of war to inflammatory aristocrats who had spoken out against the commander, Darren played on their greed and rid the Crusade of powerful enemies. Damn, that's rough. A pack of shadow demons has followed their master, the Galarian. They have captured the bodies of the bull-headed warriors of Baphomet who were besieging Dresden, and they are now awaiting orders. Cool. A pack of demons has arrived in Dresden, wanting to fight for the commander. They are former thugs from the slums of Lushanira, who by the mercy of the commander, joined the prestigious Guild of Assassins. Now they are ready to serve their new patron. Oh, I remember that, yeah. The spies have reported that 2 high-ranking demons are currently at each other's throats, and their forces are in disarray. The command staff is planning to attack, or to take advantage of this infighting. It's already preparing a daring surprise attack. The officers are asking the commander to determine what should be done, or what should be the main focus. Maximum damage to the enemies. Unlocks a ritual. All units in the target army take 150 times mythic rank damage. This move can only be used once. Every 20 days, it seems like. That's pretty cool. Gather intelligence. Unlocks this ritual. Reconnaissance. Seizing trophies. Unlocks the raid for plunder decree. There's 11,000 finance, 500 material, and 100 energy points. Damn, that's actually a lot. Intimidating the enemy. Between maximize damage or seizing trophies. I'm going to seize trophies. The troops are ready for battle and have been instructed about the importance of bringing rich spoils back to Dresden. Yeah, I think my army's fine. They don't need the extra help of destroying enemies. Alright. So I could rank all you guys up. What is this? The crystal the commander came upon holds many mysteries. Experts on magic and relics maybe we should light on them. Don't remember what that is. We're not going to do that though. Okay. And then yeah, let's rank up. Oh, those are only going to take a day. Cool. Alright. Campaign map. So. Wait, where's my army? Wait, I don't get to keep my army? I don't remember that. Oh, dude. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Where's Manorak's Legion? Oh, shit, dude. Okay. Well. Do I get my generals at least? Yeah, I keep my generals. Wait. You mean assigned generals? She's not... Wait, where are you guys at? Oh, okay, I see what's happening. I guess you join them. Okay. Well, how do I get my generals back? There has to be... I know we get them back. And this, do I have to go back? Do I have to make it to Eyes to get my army back? Oh, I can just literally walk to Eyes. Huh. I'm not gonna do that quite yet. Although if that gets my armies back, I might do that. Because we need to see where which quest is the point of no return to. I don't remember. This is probably the act I remember the least. So, yeah. All right, well, let's leave. Let's go explore my wonderful city. Forgot to set my timer. Okay. So we have that finished. Where do we want to go first?
I require rest.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I suppose we should sleep first, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. Can you guys make me something? Something good? Might as well make one of these. Yeah, why not?
Foxes are incredibly intelligent and quick-witted. They are also noted for their high fluffiness quotient and their aesthetically pleasing hue. Yes, I think that is a sufficiently objective description.
She's got a mythic point. Oh yeah, I did the mythic stuff when we were in that cutscene. That's why I don't have it. Okay, so we got to level everybody up too. How long was that sleep? It doesn't say. Let me see. There's no point of us like leaving yet until we get this ranked up stuff done anyway. So we're gonna do that real quick. Just skip a day, get ranked up. Maybe my army will come back to me. That'd be nice, huh? Oh wow. Strengthening diplomatic connections. Okay, the diplomatic relations have improved. The diplomatic council requests you. Staff council requests you. Military council requests you. And yeah, we'll raid for plunder. Hell yeah. What else have we got? How long are these? 4 days? Yeah, go ahead and do that one too. Glory to the heroes, Crusader morale. Yeah, go and get that up too. Okay with all that. Alright. Staff council time. I'm struggling not to just search when I get my army back. I suppose if I build one, a new one, like it's not too big of a deal. Like we can just merge them when we get it back. Lady Konomi doesn't look nearly as confident or bold as before. Commander, what a blessing it is to have you back. Mendev is in need of your help. There's been a revolt in Nerisian. The disgruntled nobles are completely out of control. They proclaimed that the Royal Council dissolved and arrested several of its members. Many politicians were accused of collaborating with the demons. Some were executed, others torn apart by the crowd. The first treasurer has fled. There is fighting in the streets between mercenaries hired by the aristocrats and the guards, who is loyal to the Royal Council. Dresden has received letters from the insurgents, as well as from the loyal servants of the crown, requesting your support. But both the Royal Council and I have faith that you will elect to defend a legitimate authority. This faith is not misplaced, is it? Lady Konomi regards you with a devotion you've never seen in her before. If the powerful have gone mad and are spilling blood in the streets, there is only one force that can stop them. The Church. We'll appeal to the clerics to intervene in this conflict. Their voices will be heard. Why would we bother saving the Royal Council? So it can be pushing us around? I suppose we publicly support the... I propose we publicly support the nobles. If a few esteemed elders were to depart from the council, it wouldn't be a terrible loss for the nation. I know a thiefling, Zarsi. She's from the River Kingdoms. She was saying something about a young state over in the Stormlands that managed to cobble together a proper cohesive nation from a bunch of riffraff. Pretty slick, considering how tricky it was to make them not hate each other's guts. Want to invite them to help us patch things up? Yes, I do. So, Nerisian first demanded, but now is asking? The situation in the capital must really be grim. You are absolutely right, Commander. I admit the Royal Council hasn't shown you the proper respect and amicability. I, myself, brought this to their attention on numerous occasions. Lady Konomi's posture is full of repentance. But trust me when I say that none of them wished you ill, and that they shared the unshakable belief that you were the savior of our nation. Why is there rioting? Without Her Majesty's steady hand, the capital has fallen into decay. Yeah, in 6 months, man, she was not doing a good job. Some are settling old scores, others have discovered new opportunities. Mendev is accustomed to following a highly respected leader. The only one who can protect the throne from greedy hands is you, Commander. She gives you a deep bow, exuding remorse and obedience. What's the situation in the capital? The Royal Council, Her Majesty's most trusted civil servants and public officials, have long been in conflict with many powerful Mendevian aristocrats. The former had connections and influence. The latter had their family names, riches, and personal armies comprised of mercenaries, sworn knights, and commoners. For many years, their strife was latent and civilized. Coercion, bribery, intrigue. But the nobility spotted an opportune moment. They decided to overthrow the clique of dignitaries the clique of dignitaries that has usurped royal power. That is what they call the council. A series of arrests ensued, but the Royal Council found its own supporters and retaliated. Currently, numerous aristocrats are assembling their forces in the capital. The Supreme Court building now serves as the base of operations for the new Royal Council formed by the leaders of the nobility. The old Royal Council is hiding. Her Majesty's castle, the treasury, and the guard headquarters. I said hiding? They're holding it. Okay. I can't read today. Every so often, skirmishes break out in the streets. Many civil servants have left their workplaces, and the townspeople are fleeing the city. The capital is paralyzed. Has the news of my deeds already reached Nerisian? After an elegant bow, Lady Konomi gives you a piercing, searching look. Oh yes. All the Mendev speaks of only one thing. How the commander returned from the Abyss at the head of a demon army and quickly recaptured Dresden. I applaud your efficiency, but, if I may ask, why couldn't you have found some other allies in the Abyss? Lady Konomi's voice is solemn, but a twinkle of amusement dances in her eyes. She pauses dramatically. How do you think Nerisian views you now? Well, and who do they think I am? Who do they think I am? A sly smile appears on her face. Why, their commander, of course. Believe it or not, you haven't been stripped of your rank. No army is being raised against you, and the temples, at least not yet, haven't condemned you as a sinner. Some do not believe the accusations against you. Others are willing to believe, but are afraid too. It would mean Mendev is defenseless, and it's easier for them to bury their heads in the sand. And others are glad that they no longer need to hide the views that were once frowned upon. The spies of the Worldwound did an excellent job nurturing the spread of demon worship in Mendev, and they all now look to you as their leader. Well, thanks, guys. Some would say your pernicious influence is corrupting Mendev, but I note you still have strong political support, across all social classes. I'm not concerned with questions of ethics. The disaster has been averted, and that's all that matters. Did the paladins, priests, and other adherents of the faith allow this? Let us just say that, before the Fifth Crusade, there were many more devout people in the capital. But many of them went on the crusade, and here, before the walls of Dresden, as well as in eyes, they... I need not remind you of their fate. At any rate, it isn't easy to imagine a better time to be a rabble-rouser in Mendev. Without the watchful eye of the Queen and her paladins, the people began to breathe and think much more freely. Should we expect more trouble? Not yet. Nerisian will continue to provide us with supplies and recruits. The Worldwound remains a threat, and we are their shield. Yes, I could convince their nobles to support an army from Abaddon if it came here and vowed to protect their capital. I see. I understand. Counselors? Of course, I implore you. Yeah, Socio. Become a living wall between the opposing sides, call for mercy, and if necessary, warn them about heaven's wrath. People will sometimes forget their conscience, and that's what clerics are for. In the end, they will remind the people that we're in the middle of a holy war. And who do you think called the shots in the Royal Council before, my good Sir Cleric? Its leaders, the Paladins and the Inquisitor. In other words, the pious people. Just like the ones you want to ask for help. Darren? They will form a new Royal Council. It's certainly possible that they'll end up being exactly the same, hypocrites, bores, and schemers. But firstly, it will be a new, refreshing set of hypocrites, bores, and schemers, and secondly, they will remember who it was who helped them rise to power, and won't demand at every turn that we kiss their banner. You are mistaken if you think that those nobles will be better than the Royal Council. They, at least, knew the boundaries that had been set by the Queen, but a band of nobles who seize supreme power will believe that they are entitled to do anything. Woljif, the River Kingdoms? Zarsi, a friend of mine, was telling me about this kingdom in the Stolen Lands, how it was made. For centuries, all kinds of rabble and outcasts were gathered there, and then this new leader appeared, and the whole mishmash became a solid nation. So it got me thinking, if they're so damn good at making different sorts see eye to eye, maybe we could put them to use here. They might butter up some folks and give others a scar, but whatever. It'll chill the hotheads, eh? Anyone who calls on foreigners to solve their country's problems is just asking for an intervention. We have no right to show Mindev's weaknesses to other nations. Do you really expect me to support the Royal Council? Commander, neither they nor I were ever your enemies. We were doing our duty, although we may have been unwise and presumptuous on occasions. But I assure you, all mistakes have been addressed. By being generous, you will only demonstrate just how wrong the capital was about you, and teach them a lesson. Wow, this is some small-time thief chatting up this judge stuff. Your Honor, I've seen the errors of my ways. I was wrong, and I've learned my lesson. Please be generous. Cut the crap. We've been around. We know what those promises are worth. My thoughts exactly, Woljif. I've heard everything I need. Alright, we're not going to do Socios, but I'll see what this is. Provides Holy Relic. Angelic Aspect Greater at will is 20 level Cleric. That's actually really good. Okay. Darren. Family Heirloom. A cape. Whenever the wearer of this cloak, a resistance +5 lands a killing blow all enemies in a 15-foot radius. Must pass a save or become blinded for 4 rounds. It's not bad. Woljif. Provides masterpiece from an artisan from a distant land. Whoever drinks this elixir will permanently gain a +2 inherent bonus to all ability scores. Oh my god. That one's amazing. I like that one. Valuable relic from the treasury. These goggles grant the wearer +15 competence bonus on persuasion skill checks, as well as all lore and knowledge skill checks. And then the one I was thinking I was going to do before I saw Woljif's reward. Neresian's concerns are no longer mine. Get out of my fortress, Lady Konomi. Declaring independence. All generals gain +7 bonus to power. Adds 100,000 finance points, 10,000 material points, and 4,000 energy points. This decree can only be issued once. Oh man, I really want this masterpiece from an artisan from a distant land though. Shit. I'm gonna go with what I would go with. Neresian's concerns are no longer mine. Get out of my fortress, Lady Konomi. Lady Konomi's tone becomes obsequious. But, Commander, without your aid, Mindev will be consumed by uprisings. Much blood will be spilled. Furthermore, you will be cut off from any support from the capital. In the midst of an insurgency, organized deliveries will become impossible. All you can hope to receive in such circumstances is the help of servants of the crown who are sympathetic to your cause, and their numbers grow smaller by the day. As I said, you can go to the demons, Lady Konomi, along with the entire Royal Council. Very well. We'll give them one last chance. She responds a deep bow. Your benevolence knows no bounds, Commander. Woljif, send a letter to the River Kingdoms. I get my damn item. I'll drop a line to Zarsi so she doesn't get us some random nobody. She should find, like, the best advisors there. Maybe like a counselor. Sounds neat, huh? A foreign counselor has arrived in the capital to give everyone responsible a good whooping. What if they're a troll or something? River Kingdoms is one wacky place, you know. I apologize once more for all the misunderstandings you've had in the past, Commander. I thank you, and I won't take any more of your time. As soon as the situation in Neresian changes, we'll immediately convene the diplomatic council to give you a full report. Yeah, I'm also kind of worried we'd like lose out on the rest of her stuff, like further rank ups. I assume something else would replace it, but I didn't know for sure. Commander, glad to see you back with us. Captain Harmattan has barely changed since your last meeting. but his glare is now even heavier than before, and his arms and face bear new scars. You've arrived just in time. There's unrest within your forces once again. Unfortunately, once you returned, so did the wary. They're turning the soldiers against you. I'm afraid we're dealing with an open mutiny. They're agitating for the army to abandon Dresden and march to Ais, to Her Majesty's aid. If we don't stop them, the outcome may be disastrous. Let's meet with the wary. I don't believe it will be hard to convince them that their plan is pure madness. We'll gather loyal officers and send them to speak with the soldiers, unarmed, and with an open heart, we'll convince them to turn their backs on those madmen and their mutiny. Mutinies must be suppressed with absolute severity. We surround all units engaged in the revolt. Then we arrest and hang the agitators. Publicly. Behind every rebellious leader is a very angry second-in-command who dreams of promotion. We'll just hint at the fastest way to get it, and the mutiny will fade away by itself, with the added benefit of refreshing our staff. If the wary are so loyal to the Queen, why didn't they just leave with the rest? I couldn't say, Commander. I believe we should talk to them and find out their reasoning and their plan of action. I do agree that this all looks very suspicious. Either way, many say that you have no right to give orders to anyone, since the Queen relieved you of your command even before you went to the Abyss. Technically speaking, they're not entirely wrong. It'll be hard to make them reconsider. You also have a great deal of respect for Queen Galfrey, do you not? I'm a soldier. It's my duty to respect my superiors. I hold you in high esteem as well. You catch nervous trembling in Harmattan's voice, partially masked by his calm and relaxed tone. Let's discuss this in further details. Sela, even if there were any doubts before, it's perfectly clear now. The soldiers are not to blame for anything. They are being provoked by dishonorable officers. It would be a crime to turn our loyal troops against them. We, those who give them orders, must convince them not with blades, but with words. We will appeal to their conscience and make them abandon this madness no matter what the insiders and their command are saying. Approaching the mutineers unarmed would be the definition of madness. I'm not even going to discuss this plan of sorts. Regil, revolts should be nipped in the bud. We'll surround the mutinous detachments, then publicly execute the wary and all those convicted of instigation. If seditious tendencies persist, we do it again. It's the only way to ensure the troops' loyalty. A fair point. The demons are struggling to exterminate our forces. Let's do them a favor and slaughter our soldiers ourselves. Darren? Behind the back of every disgruntled officer is a whole queue of aspirants eager to take their place. To get rid of the ringleaders of the wary, we won't even have to hire assassins. The promise of promotion and a pay raise is all it will take for any second-in-command to do their duty, be it by a dagger or a drop of poison. They make good officers, feared by allies and enemies alike. I know that the word honor means nothing to you, but this idea is horrible, even from the most cynical perspectives. What's the point of ridding ourselves of schemers and traitors if we're only going to replace them with other schemers and traitors, and murderers to boot? Captain, I think their talk of a self-directed march are a bluff. Only lunatics would follow such a suicidal plan. We need to talk to the wary and ask them what they really want. Don't parley with mutineers. I'm pretty sure that we all know what they want. The same thing as everybody else. Power and money. We'll just be playing into the hands of the wary if we sit down and talk with them as equals. Thank you. Sela, all generals gain the charismatic feat. Combat morale. Yeah, we're not doing Sela's. Reggie, all generals gain the decimation feat. Plus the bonus to combat morale when damaged. Okay. Darren, all generals get the bloodthirsty officers. All enemy units suffer a minus 15 penalty to combat morale. That's not bad. Crusade morale reduced by 25? I'll do this my own way. We'll surround their forces, cut off their supply routes, and maintain the blockade until they give up. Test of strength feat. I kind of want to just start with them. or talk with him. We're gonna go with this, yeah. I know that's bad. Reduces Crusade morale by 25. That's not good, but praise be to your voice of reason, Commander. I'll send negotiators immediately. I don't know what use we can possibly expect from this parleying. My heart tells me that nothing good will come of it. If you play along with the mutineers now, another mutiny soon will soon follow. This is a bad decision. Seriously, I can't think of a worse idea. Perhaps parleying would be a mistake. Shakes his head with regret. I'll do it my way then. We'll surround them, cut off their supplies, maintain the blockade until they give up. I dare not protest, but for the record, I believe you're making a mistake that might lead to terrible consequences. I'll keep you up to date on how things unfold. As soon as there are any developments, I will reconvene the council. Commander, glad to see you back at the head of the military council. A decision is required of you more urgently than ever. Here's the situation. We don't have an army in the strictest sense, and the enemy is putting up much more of a fight than previously, judging by the reports. The demons are relying less and less on the armies of their mortal servants and the powers of simple blades, and more on magic and dark sorceries. We must respond in kind by bolstering our forces with expert spellcasters. I'm prepared to send an order to Canabras at once, requesting the necessary reinforcements. I propose we support our army with bardic magic. Bards learn all kinds of spells in their travels, and their songs can inspire our warriors and give them strength to fight. These demons know their vile magics, but I know something stronger than that. The power of the gods. We need some war priests in our armies. Their spells will chase away the darkness and heal their wounds. We would do well to invite monks into our army. They've been hardened by a lifetime of training, and even demonic corruption cannot harm them. If you're in need of mages versed in the art of killing, you should contact the Dagger-Mark Poisoneers Guild. Their alchemists are seized second to none when it comes to making deadly poisons or utilizing them in battle. Windwalk frowns. Magic is a devious thing. If you want to fight a mage, you need the help of an old and experienced witch. Their sorceries can make any magic wilt. Let's call witches to our aid. And sorceries are foul practice. Let the Oglins cast their evil spells. There's no reason for us to welcome sorcerers with open arms. We'd be better off calling upon the druids. They know how to fight against fey illusions, Oglin magic, and all other vile things. We've been able to manage without magic, with what magic we've had just fine so far. The enemy never stands still. The more serious a threat we become for them, the more substantial will be the forces they throw at us. Gone are the days when the Abyss would casually send hosts of mindless cultists and lower demons. Now we're up against more cunning and skilled opponents, who can incinerate a dozen soldiers with a single spell. We must respond to this with magic of our own, or we will lose. Are you sure Canabras is going to send us troops? Without a doubt. Canabras is much safer than we are at the moment, and I'm convinced that the Warden can provide some forces to support us. All of Mindev knows that right now, Dresden is the dam holding back the river of demonic corruption that would otherwise be flooding the south. The kingdom is in the process of mobilization, and Queen Galfrey marches on eyes. Her march on eyes has encouraged many who previously shirked military service to join the ranks of the army. Why don't you leave with Galfrey? He grows pale, but his voice sounds cold and steady. I did put in a request for a transfer to the front lines. Unfortunately, it was refused. Command determined that, due to the psychological trauma I suffered during my years of service on the border, I am no longer fit for a battlefield command. He lowers his head. As much as it stings to admit it, they may be right. It's been a long time since I smelled burning flesh and heard the screams of battle, and I can't guarantee that, when I do, I'll be able to maintain my composure. That I won't fail the soldiers who will be depending on me. However, I can still serve them by staying where I am. Opinions, Sela. Of course, there are plenty of brave and honest people among them, and serving the gods of light makes it their duty to resist evil. Many war priests made a conscious choice to forego a life of peace because their ideals wouldn't let them stand idly by. They've studied the military craft, and their blessings and healing spells have saved many a soldier's life. I hate the idea of risking the lives of the gods' servants. If they perish, their celestial patrons may resent it and turn their backs on us. Yeah, it's kind of fickle with them, but they are gods. Reggie, why would she get monks? Monks are paragons of restraint and iron discipline. They are comparable to Hell Knights in that regard. Among other things, they'll bring the value of order to our troops. Let the soldiers see how all demonic machinations and temptations break upon the monks' iron will. Then they themselves become more calm and resolute. Windrog tuts grimly. Back in the day, Land would never shut up about these monks raving about inner balance and peace of mind. It's all hogwash. My strength comes through years of hunting, bloodshed, and dark rituals, not through finding some kind of balance. Why fill our soldiers with heads of nonsense? Greybor, Poisoners Guild. They're a creepy bunch. Imagine, if you will, an alchemist and an accomplished scientist who can take your breakfast and make a bomb or poison that could kill a basilisk out of it. And now imagine that this same alchemist doesn't mind personally shoving this poison into the basilisk's mouth. That's a pretty good description of your average member of the Dagger Marks Poisoners Guild. It's true, their blades coated with magical poison are not as dramatic as calling down lightning from the skies, but they are just as effective and far less conspicuous. You underestimate the power of dark magic, Greybor. A poisoned dagger can't send every scoundrel in this world to Pharasma. Windrog? For a moment, fear flickers in Windrog's eyes. Don't talk about witches so casually, Master. Their words are full of a dark, grim wisdom that calms the heart and fills it with cruel malice. And the blight with which they infect those who invoke their ire cannot be cured. Even the demons will learn to fear our witches. I've been ordered to kill witches a couple of times. Those weren't the most pleasant contracts. Frankly, if I were your soldiers, I'd consider deserting at the very sight of allies like those. Olbrig, druids? I already told you about the Verduran Forest, didn't I? It's a brutal little spot. The folk there have to fight for their right to live every single day. They have to tear it from the claws of evil fae, walking plants, huge spiders, and all kinds of oglins. The druids there really know their stuff when it comes to fighting otherworldly beasts and their foul magic. You couldn't find a better people to have at your side. I'm sorry, but experience fighting fae isn't going to be much use against demons. Don't take this the wrong way, Olbrig, but Sarkoris had more druids than anywhere else, and they still didn't manage to save it. That's true. Bards? Really? We're gonna sing at them? It's become a fine tradition among Mendevian warriors to go into battle accompanied by songs of daring bards, who glorify heroic deeds and strengthen the hand that smites the demons. Their ballads will inspire our forces, and their spells can prove useful in the most unexpected situations. Bards. Their tongues are too long. Alright. So, all church guards become war priests. Nah. Monks. I don't think we're going to do monks either. This is interesting. Church guards are promoted to assassins. I do like assassins. That's a lot of damage too. That's a huge damage boost. That's health. So I'm between assassins and witches. So let's see what the witches can do. I'm assuming they have spells too. They can inflict wounds and agony. Poison strike. And a sneak move. Ooh, can teleport. I like that. See what the druids can do. Cure moderate wounds, barkskin. And the bards. You guys have spells? Yeah. Assuming the monks don't. I was actually hoping to get like some sorcerers or something. Alright, we're gonna go with the Dagger Mark Poisoners Guild. I'll see if I can get us a discount. Tell the colleagues that this is going to be a bulk order. A whole lot of demonic spellcasters who desperately need to die? That's a veritable gold mine. I'll send a letter to Canopus immediately requesting a group of spellcasters to be sent to our aid. I'm certain they will arrive soon, Commander. Awesome. Okay. I think for the most part we're good. with this with our like campaign stuff. Yep. Okay. So who are these guys? Hardened veterans, assassins. Freaking awesome, man. Okay. We need a general. Are all of you assigned? Sure seems like it. 1 day, 14. Oh, I have to wait. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait then. I'm actually just gonna skip 2 days. Put another rank up. Three days on that. Okay. There we go. All right. Yep. Assign general. Assign. Alrighty. So. Are any of these like people I actually have? The assassins are. I'm gonna move you guys out. Okay. So. Assassins. Demonic Knights. Bandits. Oh, we have no money. Ah, jeez. Okay, well. Let's go and change that. Sure, I'll buy 39,000 to that. Okay, that puts them up to 7. Who are these guys? And why can't I get them? I must not have like any places making them. We have 2 more spots, so 1320. Paladins would be good, but doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for me. Axe hunters are cool. They have throwing axes. Sure, let's get these guys. Okay. Go and assign them to you. And then you're going to take on them. I can't take all of them on, huh? Who are these guys? Honor Guard? Bring you over. Yeah, you'll be our demon force. There we go. There we go. And then this 4th army. Guess we'll just put you in there. For now. Okay. As for you... Aw, damn, we don't have anything. But I think we have... Abyssal Summon here. Did that go into here? I think I got 16 dretches. Okay. What else do we have here? Any other summons? Adds units to the target army with a total value of 750 times mythic rank. Okay. Gonna do that on you then. I wish it told me what I got. I think these went up. Alright. Well, we have a rank 7 army and a rank... You have a rank 8? You're a rank 8 army? You're stronger than me. Yeah, but most of them can't be replenished, though. It's not really. Okay, well. I suppose we'll just stay here for now. We're doing on time. Okay. Do you want... I kind of want to rank this up, so we'd have to wait another few days. I don't think we're getting that secret ending, so I'm not really concerned about the date. You know what we should do, actually? We should make sure we have things built in here that we need. Like, is there anything I can get for those, that other unit? Let's see. Main Hall of Champions. Hardened Veterans. What are we missing? Material points. That thing's awesome. We'd have to move something, though. Probably this teleportation circle. Can I just move you? I just have to build it. Okay. Build it there instead. And then we need, like... That'll be enough of that. Where is it? There we go. Now it's going to take 7 days to build. Okay. 5 days for that to come back. And we have a couple more spots. What does the monument do? What does this do? Yeah, none of this is like amazing. Build a citadel. Why not? And where's the smithy at? Another smithy here for the Hall of Champions. Okay. And I don't really want anything else. The watchtower and a monument. There you go. Dresden's built up. Dresden is built up. Okay. Ooh, an event report. The advisor who had arrived from the Young Kingdom in the Stolen Lands lived up to their reputation. They stopped the bloodshed in Nerisian and gathered all parties at the negotiating table. A messenger has arrived in Dresden, bringing a personal gift for the commander from the leader of the young nation. Oh? A personal gift from our character? I forgot his name. Wow, that's not good. What was his name? King... I don't know. I can remember King Iravetti. Oh, now we've got this. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use that right away. Where is it? This? Yep. Boom. Just like that. We're even more powerful. And we got rid of some of our uncleanliness now, too. That's nice. Okay. Gonna skip a day. Yep, just a little bit of crusade stuff this episode, I guess. That's fine. Need a break from all the questing anyway. Day skipped. Blockade of reinforcements. Okay. Okay, we got some of those guys. We got a whole bunch of materials now. Report. The negotiations ended in disaster. After a long and futile argument, the representatives of the wary drew their weapons. In the bloody skirmish that ensued, the commander's opponents were slain, and thus the army's obedience was restored, but the victory cost the Crusaders dearly. Did it? The commander's plan succeeded. Surrounded by loyalists, the mutineers quickly drained their stores of provisions and water. Their only option was to break through the cordon through violence, but the conspirators could not bring themselves to order their forces to start killing the Crusaders first. Soon, the soldiers lost their nerve and turned in their instigators. Again. An epidemic of secrets. A strange disease is afflicting the soldiers. Mouths grow on the victim's skin and whisper various secrets related to the events happening in the army. The healers claim that with each secret, the health of the victim deteriorates. What are the healers to save everyone? All generals gain +1 to the reduction of losses feat. That's pretty good. Kill the sick and prevent the secrets from spreading. Adds 9,000 leadership experience. Yes, please. The disease could not be allowed to spread, or it would have compromised the military secrets. Fortunately, once the infected were dead, the affliction vanished. The soldiers grieve for their comrades, but respect the commander's decision. Of course they do. The detachment of Crusaders summoned from Canabras by the military council to aid the cause has found itself in grave danger. They've been completely blocked off by demonic forces and have been forced to take up defensive positions. If they are not rescued, they will all die. Well, that's not good, is it? Do that. Okay. So is that... It's down here? Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and grab... Oh, those guys. I don't want those guys. I'll take the assassins and that's it. Okay. Oh, can I recruit again? I sure can. Alright. 5 of them. 19 of them. 18 of them. There we go. Didn't rank up, though. That's not cool. Look at these guys. Oh, war priests. They look cool. Should have gotten war priests. Okay. Search. Doesn't look like we got anything in here. Damn. Okay. Well, since this is the stronger one, we'll send you guys out there. Tsunashai. Pursue them. Do not let them escape. Let them know that the commander has returned. And constant victories for the Crusaders is about to happen again. Okay. Oh, I forgot you can do the flaming rain thing. That's really cool. Alright, what do we got? Vanguard, axe throwers. Kill the axe throwers. Foot. Fire. And just hold. Hold. Stinking cloud. Beautiful. Hold. Kill them. Fire. There we go. No problem. Errand complete. Are we like, Ah! Core's trap. Oh, no. I can't get the journal open in here? That's annoying. Well, it's not much of a trap, really. Yeah, they're just gonna die. They're just gonna die even more. Alright. I'll take them out. Really, Cora? That was your trap? I should have sent the other group. I just remembered she's not getting XP now. Damn it. Cora's trap complete. Lovely. Alright, you can come back up here to Dresden. Yeah, you come up too. Because I will take those 4 assassins off your hands. Report. The reinforcements that came from Canabras and ran into a demonic blockade have turned out to be bait. Once Kormzada heard of the commander's return from the Abyss, he decided to settle old scores. His army has cut the commander's forces off from Dresden in order to engage the Crusaders in a decisive battle. Despite all his trickery, Kormzada was once again defeated by the commander. The path to Dresden is now clear, and news of the heroic battle is on everyone's lips in Mendev and the Abyss. Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay. So another day skipped. Everybody's inspired. Lovely. And diplomatic relations have improved. Also lovely. Development of their art of war. Oh, is this a rank up? Yep. Okay. Issue that one too. What else have we got? Parade. Transformation. Okay. Campaign. This group. You're gonna join her group. There we go. She's up to rank 6 now. Awesome. You're gonna come on back. Now, we do need these assassins. Thank you. No, we don't need those. Just needed those assassins. I got us up to strength 8. Awesome. Okay. Let's go talk to the military council. Or I'm sorry, this is the diplomatic council first. And then we have... I should have just skipped another day, huh? Oh well. Oh well. There you are, my treasure. Out of the blue, a ghostly image of the helmsman materializes before you. I've been looking all over for you. Well, are you ready to go on a new voyage? Yeah. Marvelous. I'll be waiting for you at the Murky Grotto. Okay. Yep. Apologies, Commander, but an ambassador of a certain nation demands to see you. A nation that we considered to be our ally, at least until they came up with the outrageous proposition we're about to discuss. The respectable-looking halfling with luxurious sideburns clears his throat, then addresses you in the low voice of an opera singer. Salutations, Commander. My name is Banvar, and I represent the People's Council of Andoran. My country has always considered itself a trustful ally of Mendev. After witnessing the turmoil in Mendevian lands, we believe we have no right to stand by and do nothing. Andoran is ready to send its forces to Nerisian and the largest cities in Mendev on a peacekeeping mission. We will temporarily bring the kingdom under our control for the purposes of restoring order. But before committing to such an act, we would like to receive your support and approval. That economic cuts off the ambassador. Mendev is quite capable of dealing with its issues without external help. Commander, I must ask you to send your own forces to the capital. Don't put the nation into the hands of foreigners. Saving Mendev benefits all nations of Aveston. So why does it have to be only one country that helps us? We'll ask all our neighbors to send us their trusted servants, who will resolve the crisis and keep an eye on each other. preventing any temptation to exploit our lands and resources. Socio gives the ambassador a soft but knowing smile. I am not particularly enamored of the idea of calling in outsiders to instill order in our country. Before I know it, I'll no longer be a count, and some disagreeable foreigner will be living in my estate. I imagine other nobles will relate to these concerns, so why don't we ask them for help? Sounds good to me. Andorran's a free country. No aristocrats, no slaves, equality. I wouldn't have believed anyone else. But these guys are solid. Ambassador? He nods seriously. I am prepared to answer any questions you may have. Describe our plan and prove the necessity of this step, and assure you that our intentions are pure. Made you think Mendev needed your help? Before recommending this course of action to the People's Council, I personally went to assess the situation in all the regions of Mendev. It was a rather dreary trip. The recent revolt in the capital was merely a consequence of the crisis, not its source. I'm aware of at least 3 other uprisings that could break out in the coming weeks. Tax collection has dropped, and there are areas where taxes aren't being collected at all. The city guards have been bled dry by mass desertion, and crime levels have increased 4-fold. Your storehouses are forced to provide the populace with bread instead of sending it to you, and it won't get any better, considering that the fate of future harvests is up in the air. The kingdom shakes in the fever of lawlessness. If someone honorable and principled doesn't take the reins of Mendev's salvation, it might not recover from this illness. At one time, you did right by Andoran despite your politicians demanding otherwise. We're ready to return the favor. Oh, that's cool that they remember that. What do you gain from this? If Mendev crumbles, who's going to fight the demons? Us? No way. After a bark of laughter, he turned serious once more. Great trials breed dictatorships. People flock to strong authoritarian rulers because they can overcome the crisis. But then the crisis ends and their rule does not. We don't want the enlightened Mendev to break into smaller kingdoms ruled by tyrannical generals and the greed of the wealthy. Its people do not deserve such a fate. On what condition do you intend to assist us? Our forces will take the major cities of Mendev and establish the provisional authority of Andoran. That will mean a return to centralized governance. We will stamp out the widespread crime, stop the plundering of public coffers, and mobilize the remaining resources. Our interference in the nation's affairs won't go beyond that. We will not meddle in political matters, push our beliefs, change the laws, or expropriate any lands or wealth. As soon as the crisis passes, we will depart from Mendev without imposing any obligations. This is a humanitarian mission, not an occupation. Why do you need my permission? Gives you a shrewd smile. Because otherwise it would be common pillaging. If you hear a voice screaming help from inside someone's house and rush inside to help, who would condemn you for it? But if you merely hear a commotion and suspecting that someone has broken in, you burst inside with the best of intentions. Good luck proving you're a savior, and not a thief who was caught red-handed. We're willing to do some good, but we're not about to put a target on our back. Cheliax will immediately accuse us of launching a destructive occupation either way, but with your approval, the price of our assistance might not be unreasonably high for us in the end. Okay. Council, talk to me. Socio. Socio gives the ambassador a piercing look. We invite one country to help, and it will try to subjugate Mendev. We invite all of them, and everyone will be watching the others jealously, stopping them from taking what they shouldn't. Aveston wants stability, and if Mendev falls under the influence of any external power, that stability will be disrupted. No ruler will refuse to send their best representatives, otherwise they'll lose control of the situation. Together, these people will bring Mendev back into shape, and after that, who knows? They might even give some advice to our generals, but most importantly, they won't allow each other to profit off our misfortune. Or, and this is much more plausible, they will ransack Mendev piece by piece 10 times faster. It's fascinating how swiftly sovereigns can forget their differences when presented with the opportunity to rob someone else. Darren, for all the things people say about my social class, we have one particular quality. Any aristocracy has strong ties to its country. Family estates are our roots, and they run deep in the ground. Bloodlines are the shoots that grow from local history. So yes, the nobility can solve this predicament, for they possess not just experience as rulers, but the will to rule. If you wish to bolster their fervor and win some loyalty, give them new lands here, on the territories reclaimed from demons. Then their ties to you will be almost as strong as they are to Mendev. So the main incentive for the nobility to save Mendev will be pride and the thought of keeping their lands? I'm not sure if that is a solid enough footing. Woljif, you trust them? I've heard how things work in Andoran. They've got equality there. No nobles or commoners. One law for everybody. And the officials serve the people, not the other way around. Sounds to me like those guys are more honest than our lot. So we might as well believe them. I love my Andoran with all my heart, but the truth must come first. You're wrong to idealize my compatriots, Woljif. They value freedom, but they'll never pass up a chance for profit either. I'm afraid that in this case, their motives are far from altruistic. The ambitions of Andoran are well known. They are zealous in their belief that theirs is the only correct political system and that all others are various forms of enslavement of the common folk. When the war is over, it will be trivial for them to invent some convenient rationale for why they've no obligation to keep their promises. What are you expecting of me, Lady Konomi? I'm not denying the fact that Mendev is in the middle of a severe crisis. However, we must solve this problem on our own, without involving foreign powers. Nerisian did all it could to help Dresden, and now it's time to reciprocate. I ask that you give the order to all newly formed detachments standing ready to set out for Dresden to march to Mendev's major cities instead. They will put things back in order by themselves, and remind the people that the Crown's authority remains strong. I understand that you will have to hold out here without reinforcements until the disaster passes, but such is the cost of our nation's salvation and independence. What are we supposed to... What? We're supposed to die here without reinforcements because gods forbid Mendevian nobles lose their cushy estates? Forget about it. There we go. I've heard enough. Alright. All generals gain excellent advisors. Plus 10 to power. Not bad. Darren. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 15% for each captured region. I like that. Woljif has convinced me. I'm... Okay, unlocks the Golden Legionnaire's mercenary unit. Okay. I'll send reinforcements. Recruiting trainable units is prohibited for 2 weeks. Recruitment growth for trainable units is reduced to 0 for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks passes, all trainable units get the best Sons of Mendev feat. Unit has a plus 20 bonus to morale. Darren put out a call among the nobles and promised them a generous reward. If there's one thing the Mendevian nobility has in abundance, it's pride. They will be outraged by the mere thought that some foreigners might take control of their land, and if there are new estates on the conquered territories involved, why, they will be twice as vigorous in their efforts to save their homeland. She bows her head and says quietly, "We will know soon enough whether or not this decision was prudent. Will Mendev survive this crisis, or is it doomed to fall? Once the outcome becomes apparent, I will report to you immediately." Alright. Okay. Episode's grown a little long. We're gonna do one more. The military council meeting here. Just gotta skip a day. Military council requests my presence, and we can strengthen the diplomatic one again. I'm not gonna do that this episode though, because we are getting late. I've seen this loading screen so many times this episode. There we go. He looks cool. I like his model. Commander, although you were once again victorious in your last encounter with Khorramzada, I'm worried. We've been interrogating the prisoners, and some interesting information has come to light. It seems Khorramzada intends to fundamentally alter his strategy. and be on the defensive next time we fight. That is uncharacteristic of him. Indeed, it's uncharacteristic of demons generally. For the most part, they'd all prefer a ruthless onslaught. Yes, we would. Our enemy seeks to counter us with a robust formation, overwhelm us with ranged assaults, and grind our attacks to dust one after another. Opposing demons who fight defensively is unknown territory, and we must be prepared for it. I suggest we train our infantry in ways of withstanding enemy shots, which should secure our victory in a ranged duel. Huh. What's this I'm hearing? The demons are afraid and want to fight on the defensive? Perfect. Let them stand there and wait while our cavalry mows them down. The demons intend to fight it in a disciplined manner, a plan destined for failure. We will send our infantry out to meet them, and then see who blinks first and attacks. Once they've got a good grip on our infantry's throats, we'll surround them and crush them. So the demons have decided to play with us. Well, they don't know who they're dealing with. Give me, let's see, even a few daring riders, and I'll put the kibosh on this Kormzeda's whole strategy, no matter how great a general he is. If they want to hold up in their defensive formations, all the better for us. We won't need to charge headlong into their ranks. We'll just stand ways off and shoot them like game. We'll see what runs out first, our arrows or their patience. We've got the foul beast scared stiff, huh? They're right to be scared, but it's not enough. An enemy that's dug in, caught on the defensive in an unfamiliar land, they're sitting ducks. We approach them from any direction and we pick them apart, piece by piece. I've defeated him once, so I'll defeat him again. That's what I'm hoping for. But I would advise against underestimating our opponent. Kormzeda is like an angry old wolf. Yes, he growls and grins like the others, but he's much smarter, more perceptive, and more experienced than the rest of his kind, and he learns. He's learned from his mistakes, and now he wants to radically reevaluate his tactics. If you think this is normal behavior for a demon general, you're mistaken. Kormzeda may well present us with some unpleasant surprises when next we meet. Sela, what's your strategy? We don't even need a strategy. It works great for us if the demons want to stand there like statues and defend. Our cavalry is fast and deadly. Containing the enemy is all we need to do to turn this whole defensive tactic into we walked right into a trap and we can't get out. So in essence, you're suggesting we place the burden of winning the battle solely on the cavalry, which means the bulk of our losses will be our most valuable and least recoupable troops. It would be wiser to set the demons on the infantry. Reggie, I haven't the slightest doubt that the demons will fail to change their own fundamental nature, and thus will not suddenly become a disciplined army capable of either restraint or the execution of complex plans. We'll send the infantry out against the enemy, close, a stone's throw from their ranks. The demons' discipline will falter. They will be tempted by the bait and break formation. Then we attack with everything we have and crush them. Korra thinks he can play our own rules against us. That will be his fatal mistake. If someone ordered me to stand in front of a crowd of demons all salivating over the idea of ripping me apart, I'd tell them to go to hell. I wouldn't be surprised if all the smart soldiers soon started asking to be transferred out of the infantry. Greybor? There's this trick called Brat on a String. Imagine some guards standing watch. A snotty urchin walks up to them, calls them every name he knows, throws a handful of ox manure at them, then darts into the alleyway. Could you resist the temptation of chase after them and grab them by the ear? No one resists, and in the alleyway, obviously, they find me with an axe in each hand. I fulfilled a number of contracts by catching the victim's bodyguards with a brat on a string, which got me to thinking, maybe it'd work in a bigger fight too. A few riders prancing around on their steeds, shouting obscenities, their every gesture just begging, "Run after me, catch me, kill me!" You think the demons will resist the urge? They'll forget every order they've been given and charge forward. But I pointed out, this tactic seems reckless. A battle plan shouldn't rely on the success of a few daredevils. Windewog. Because staying on the defensive is foolish when your enemy has bows and arrows. And when we have enough arrows for every one of them. Then again, I doubt Korra's plan will work. Demons are impatient, and whatever orders they may have, once they've spent 100 heartbeats or so under fire from the archers, they'll realize a fight is better than a pathetic death from a stray arrow, and they'll forget all about their orders. Greybor scoffs. We might want to be careful that our arrows don't rile them up so much that we come to regret it when they do eventually reach us. Olbert. They've gone and sacrificed their own mobility. It's a gift to our infantry. We just need to act carefully. Keep our heads down and deal rapid strikes from different directions, retreating before the demons even know where to look. We'll run them ragged, wear them down, bleed them dry. And they'll not even be able to muster a counterattack. I like this approach, but our infantry won't sustain it. Every attack will see us losing fighters. We need cavalry for this kind of tactic. Captain, the demons want to adopt a defensive stance? Well, that's their business, but it's no reason to change our own strategy. The battle will turn into a ranged duel. We'll move our infantry ahead as a tempting target for enemy fire. I'm certain our soldiers will do their duty with distinction. And while they're launching one pointless volley after another into the shield wall of our infantry, our sharpshooters will be felling them one by one. Treating our soldiers as they were pawns? Vile. Alright, so Sela, all cavalry units contain the enemy. Okay, boring. Reggie, bait. All units in a 3x3 area will try to move toward this unit and attack it for one round. That's not bad. Grey Boar, taunt. Target unit will try to move toward this unit and attack it for 3 rounds. Windabog. All range gain, harassing shooting. Pulls the target non-large enemy units for 2 squares toward this unit. Obstacles and other units stop the movement. This is a mind-affecting condition. Okay. Olbrich. Contain the enemy. Unit's next melee attack will reduce the target's enemy to 0. Captain. All trainable infantry get juicy target. All enemy ranged units will be able to attack only this unit for the next round. I like Olbrich's. Or Sela's. I like Sela's actually. Yep. I'll get the main point across. To contain the enemy without letting a single horned beast escape. Thank you for your time, Commander. I will get to briefing the officers on your new strategy at once. Once all the preparations are finished, I'll be at your disposal again. Alright guys, we're going to end the episode there. In the next episode, we'll finish up this ranking up stuff that we've been doing. And then we'll choose where we're going to go next on our quest for liberation, the closing of the world wound. I don't know where what our main goal is here. Probably, closing the world wound, but what does Manarak want after that, you know? Does he want his own kingdom of demons? I don't know. Is he gonna become the Demon King? I don't know. We'll find out in the next episode. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.